Okay, for 11A video number 3, I want you to try 8, 9, and 10, and I'm going to give you the answers here. Okay, so question number, so take a minute and do that. You can put me on pause, and then we'll take a look at these, okay? Okay, so question number 8 is the distance formula. So don't forget, you want to keep repeating these radical signs. A lot of times students drop the radical signs and then you would lose points on that. And if you do your math correctly, you should come out with a radical 58 answer. Question number 9 is a midpoint formula. The error that's often made here is that students forget to add the x's and add the y's, then divide by 2. And you can leave this as 15 over 2, 8. You don't have to turn the 15 over 2 into a 7.5. Okay. And then number 10, you have your formula for the slope. So you have your lowercase m, write out your formula, and then you want to simplify that negative 12 over 8, but keep it in a fraction format, so the improper fraction is okay. All right, so when you do the homework, I've done the review section because we haven't done those type of problems in a while, or maybe you did them with Miss G. So when you do your homework and you've done the review section, take a look at what I have here. Okay, so you don't want to look at these until after you've done them. Okay, so the homework, when you get to the review question, well, right before the review, we have question number 7. Okay, so you should have done these already. So I'm just going to go as though you've read this and you know what the questions have been. What you needed to recognize in question number 7 was when we did chapter 10, we did the characteristics of a parallelogram. And the rule to have remembered for this was in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Therefore, so this 3 dots here means therefore, point E is the midpoint for AC, and it is the midpoint for BD. Okay? Oops. Here we go. So you're going to find the midpoint. I didn't do the math on that, but you have the answer in the answer key. Okay? Question number 1, do the math because these can be a little tricky and you're going to need this for next year. All right? So your rule is parallel lines have the same slope. So it asked you what is the slope of a line parallel. So all you needed to do was rework the formula that they gave you, and you would have gotten negative 12 for your slope. Okay. And then question number 9. Again, this was some algebra. When you rewrote each of these equations in y equals mx plus b form, you'll be able to compare their slopes, and then you'll know if they're parallel, if they're perpendicular, if they happen to be the same line because they simplified to the exact same amount, or they're just 2 lines that intersect. So when I did the math on these, I got a slope of negative 1/6 and I got a slope of negative 3. So there is no relationship. Therefore, they're just intersecting lines. Okay. Question 10, a perpendicular bisector has an angle that's 90 degrees and it bisects the line so the 2 segments are congruent. So you would do your math, your algebra, to get an x of 30 and a y of 8. And then lastly, you can just take a look at the proof that's here. It sounded trickier than it actually is. It would be a 3-step proof. Okay? Have a great day.